Hello, everybody, and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43, and tonight we may or may not be playing World of Warships Legends. I've kind of just logged in at the moment because I kind of wanted to do some sort of. Oh, look, they did bring back the new commander, or the old commanders. Isn't that nice? Everybody's been asking about these. Very nice. All right, well, anyway. Hello, everybody. VDM Prince, Flying There's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Yo, Swive, what is happening? Good to see you, my dude. Hope you're doing well. 50 Dead, how's it going? Jacob, Warrior, Sahori, Dylan, Copus, Jaybird, Mock, Dewan, Lord, Andrew, Chan, Aiden, Zamara, Klee. Good to see you guys. Anyway, as I was stating, also, did you guys know that you can just like hover over this and hold the button? I don't know when that changed, but it's a nice change. I like that. Also, we can go ahead and open our crates. What's behind door number 1? It's a new commander! Jin Xiao Quan! Whoops, forgot. Hold that thought. What's behind the jack-o'-lantern? It's the ocean and a giant skeleton, Spartan. It's 1.5 million credits because I'm already so poor. Dang it! Next. Come on. Big money. Golden crate. Just nothing. It's always nothing. Winter, how's it going? Another crate. More nothing. Great. Fantastic. Winter, how's it going? Eskel, good to see you. Oh, we got a symbol. We got the seal holding a torpedo. Good. I mean, it's better than nothing, but not much. All right, the last are just common crates, so we'll go ahead and open them at the same time. Yeah. A whole bunch of nothing. Anywho, one of the things that I get asked a lot is about stats. I personally don't care about my stats at all. But I don't do like good old-fashioned Q&A sessions very often. So I figured we could do a little chill out Q&A session. Come in and just hang out for a little bit. And then maybe I'll play a little bit of ships later, who knows. But for now, it's just us chit-chatting. If you guys have a specific ship you want me to check out, just hit me up, let me know. If you guys got any questions, you can ask me, whatever. But what up? Yep, unexpected stream. Why is Hyde a good option over other German BB commanders? Great question. Let's go over Hyde, shall we? So why I prefer Hyde over some of the other commanders is simple. Because Hyde is a hybrid commander. He's actually the first hybrid commander and still one of the best options. Where the f is he? Am I this blind? Oh, that's right. Hyde is voice critical. I forgot this. The guys replaces the thing. I was like, I don't see Hyde anywhere. This is Hyde, for those of you who don't know. Yeah, Henry J. Hyde. But anyway, his base commander gives you a little bit extra hit points. It's not quite as good as, say, the William Sims buff for extra hit points, but you can use them in conjunction to get even more hit points if you want. But what makes him strong is the fact that he has all of the accuracy stuff, if you want to build into that, plus Aladad. Aladad is very nice for German battleships that struggle with penetration angles. So you have the option there. You have marksmanship, which is big. That gives you a huge main battery dispersion buff. But you also get master mechanic, so you have the survivability as well. Now, you don't get will to rebuild, which used to be a problem back in the day when will to rebuild was busted. But that's no longer a problem, and it has fight fire with fire, which is just better and, you know, across the board. Fight fire with fire is an amazing perk. So that is why Henry J. Hyde is the better option for most German battleships. I use it on basically everything. I have been playing around with the new Easy Oi no Nomi, but there's some big drawbacks with this build. First of all, your range. You don't get range with this build. This is a secondary style brawling commander. So if you like secondaries, great. But that's all you get. That's all you get with this. You can use the master mechanic here as well. But yeah, I mean, if you're going with it, you might as well go full secondary build at that point. But having the extra heals is nice. But she's got secondary interest down here, which is big. But you do lose your fight fire with fire. But she does have the punishment time, which gives you faster cooldown time of enhanced secondary targeting and gives you an extra one of those consumables. So there is some good things there. But again, personally, other than maybe the battle cruisers, because your whole point in the battle cruisers is try to close the distance and use those secondaries plus torpedoes. So and they're accurate enough. You guys hear me talk about this all the time, that the German battle cruisers are accurate enough, just like a lot of the main ships that I like are accurate enough to allow you to do things like the Massachusetts. You can go into a full secondary build because they're accurate enough. That's what I'm talking about. So when the main guns are accurate enough, you can have the freedom to go into a full secondary build like this and not suffer nearly as much. But that's just the thought. I still run Hipper and Haruna on here to buff the range as well as the accuracy on the secondaries to take full advantage of her skills. But yeah, so that's the main reason that I prefer them to Hyde over most of the other commanders. Now, obviously, you still have Franz von Hipper, so he's the accuracy build despite having a secondary perk as his base trait, which makes no sense, but that's just the way the game is made. And then, of course, you have Celiax up here, who is the original brawling commander. If you're a free-to-play player, you may only have those two, but it's just something for you to think about. But again, in the store right now, they do have these commanders, but they're 5,000 gold a piece. Like, I would like to see them take some of these older commanders that people are interested in and maybe not charge doubloons for them. Maybe put them in like for either event currency to give people another option to spend their event currency on in case they don't really want anything, or make it a silver thing. Just like give people something else to grind. But yeah, anyway, I think, for the record, I think all three of these commanders are pretty good. I don't personally use this one at all, but I'm pretty confident I definitely use Vincent Mordoff on my American DDs. So there's that. But I don't think I even have or use Ivan Delightful. I could be wrong, though. But I hear that he's pretty good for Russian DDs, I believe. But anyway, so that's that. Let me go back down into Sherry status. Let me see if I can find another commander. Is the American, or another thing, is the American, oh god. Overland, thank you for the 15 months, my dude. TJ Blades, thank you for 33 months. Appreciate you both. Much love. Thoughts on Tallinn and Riga? Tallinn for its tier is pretty busted. Riga is okay at times, but a very situational ship, in my opinion. What do you think Wargaming should add to the game with regards to graphics? I would love to see the graphics start to approach something around what PC has to offer. If you guys have never played PC, the graphics on PC are absurd. They're so good. You've got dynamic maps, and by dynamic, I mean there's actually like... Answer your phone. Wait for it. Hold that thought. Hello, chat. Sorry about that. I really do. Why is it every time I stream, every single time I stream, somebody got a call in that moment? All day long, not a single phone call. All day. Sat around after I got home from the gym for hours. No one calls. As soon as I go live, then you guys get to hear my fancy ringtone. Hello, sunshine. Answer your phone. Wait for it. Pow! That's my ringtone. By the way, it's for sale on my marketplace if you guys want to check it out. It's literally 99 cents. Greatest ringtone of all time. All right? So make sure you guys, if you guys are interested, pick that up. Like, it literally costs nothing. And it is hilarious to have go off in the most inopportune moments. Like, you be in the middle of the checkout line at the grocery store and all of a sudden you hear this. Hello, sunshine. Answer the phone. Wait for it. Pow! And it sounds just like that because it's me. I'm so sorry, guys. That was my friend Dare. Okay? She calls me up. She goes, hey, what do you got going on tonight? I was like, well, other than the fact that I'm in the middle of a live stream at the moment, not a whole lot. And so she's like, well, would you like to go dancing? I'm not a dancer, but it's a Halloween party. I don't really get out and socialize a whole lot. So suddenly, my plans have changed. I still am going to do a little quick live stream with you guys. We're going to do a little Q&A. I apologize, guys. But it was supposed to be just a quick little Q&A stream. We're going to stream until about right around 7 o'clock, a little after 7 o'clock. So it gives us about 30 to 45 minutes of just chilling and answering questions. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. But anyway, let's see. What's the next question? I forget where we were at. Oh, by the way, let's look at the stats real quick. So I don't get into stats a whole lot, but a lot of people seem to think all I ever do is play battleships. That couldn't be farther from the truth. Look at this spread. All right, that's AI. That's the wrong thing to look at. Let's look at the standard. Oh, that might be slightly favoring battleships. I could see where people say that. You might say that I'm a battleship main. Who'd have thunk it? Also, my win rate's dropped recently. Ouch. Yeah, my win rate fluctuates depending on how good of a night I have. It's either 63 or 64. It's like right on the cusp of both of them. So if I have a good night, it'll go up 64. If I have a bad night, it goes back down to 63. But yeah. Anyway, what else are we getting into? Let me see. I want to make sure I got everybody. Eric Ball, thank you for 17 months. Anthony Franklin, thank you for the 7 months. And Ivan, thank you for the $2. Top 5 worst ships. Well, I mean, this is all subjective, but in terms of me personally, things that I don't like, it's got to be based off of, it's got to be, I don't know, like, I feel like usually the ships that I don't like are destroyers of some kind, like the Sims. I hate the Sims. Let me look at my stuff here real quick. I don't remember what all the tiers are, but like, let me get rid of this. We can kind of look at some of the stuff that I don't like. It was the Sims. Where are you at? Apparently, I don't have it. It might have been one of those that was taken from us after 2 weeks of loaning. But yeah, The Sims is one of them. I don't remember the Charles Hughes, but it's probably okay. Oh wait, there's The Sims. I just passed it. It's right there. Yeah, so The Sims is one of them that I don't like. It just didn't. I didn't get along with it. It's just a pain in my neck. The Leonie, I know it just got a buff recently, but I sold it before it was buffed. And I feel like if I sell a ship, then suddenly it gets buffed. That's how that works. So the Leonie is another one that I just don't get along with. What ships are just inherently bad? There's very few bad ships. I may not like ships, but there are very few bad ships in the game. Kieran, thank you for the 30 months. And Swive coming in, re-upping for 36 months. Thank you guys so much. Also, again, great to see you, Swive. Been a long time, man. 3 years. Is Stored any good? I think that whole line is pretty good from what I've played. Especially the higher tiers. What else do we not like? What is a ship that I just don't like? I mean, most of the American stuff I do enjoy. I mean, I don't like playing carriers at all, but that's not fair to the ships. That's just me not liking carriers. Let's see, Germans. Is there any Germans that I just don't like? Honestly, Gneisenau's in there. I mean, it has its uses for sure, but I'm just not a fan of the ship. Like, Gneisenau's got to be up there for me in terms of ships that I just don't like. Most of the cruisers are pretty fantastic for the Germans, to be honest. So that's not going to be a thing. Brandenburg. Brandenburg's another one I just don't like. A lot of people love this ship. I personally think it's overrated as hell. I think, yes, it's got good, accurate secondaries, but the main guns leave a lot to be desired. I would take the Odin's 305s over the Brandenburg's 305s any day of the week. Plus, the Odin has torpedoes at the back of the ship rather than right in the middle of the superstructure where everybody always aims. So you have torps that tend to last longer. Pommern. I think Pommern, I gave a pretty bad rap when it first came out, but I think it's okay. I don't hate it nearly as much. Yo, Tuna coming in with the $5 bob. Okay, 2 questions. One, who's stronger, Tuna or where are you, Aaron? I mean, that's pretty obvious, Tuna. I'm pretty confident you're stronger. And second, who has Brinter glutes? I'm gonna be a little biased here, but I'm gonna say that I have better glutes than Aaron. I don't post the pictures that prove that I have better glutes than Aaron in the Discord. So that's all I'm saying. all the pictures you guys have seen of my glutes in the Discord generally include tight clothes, which kind of makes everything flat. But I think I could give Aaron a run for his money nowadays. I've been training glutes really hard. As far as ships that I don't like, there's a lot of Russian destroyers that I don't like. Most of them, in fact, I think is fair. I do like the Tashkent, but the grind to get to the Tashkent is broken. I hate that so much. Hated it. Now, some of these ships have been buffed since the last time I played them. But I love Kaba, I love Tashkent. But hated this grind. This is one of the worst grinds I've ever had. Mainly from tier 5 and 6. These 2 ships, the Nevny and the Minsk, were painful. They were so painful. I hated that grind so bad. But yeah, that's probably about the gist of the worst ships that I can think of right off the top of my head. Most of the ships in the game aren't inherently bad, but there are plenty of ships that I don't like. What up, Jackson? Good to see you. Haven't played the game in weeks. I mean, that's fair. There's always a time and place to play, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not enjoying it, like, I've been struggling to enjoy the game lately. I think that's been pretty evident. But sometimes you just got to play other things or take a break, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. You guys don't have to do it for a living, so you don't have to play the game every day like I do. What is my most favorite cruiser? Balti Des Moines? Balti or Des Moines. Those are 2 of my favorite cruisers of all time. If I had to pick one between the 2, it was Balti, just due to the fact that it's my original love for cruisers. Like, oh my god. Can I talk about just how much I love this ship? Let's look at my stats in this ship. Maybe I'm just bad at the game. Let's see. Oh, a 55% win rate as the most aggressive Baltimore that has ever Baltimored. That's not bad. That's not bad. When you consider how aggressive I am as a player, and you see that, like 55% of Balti's not bad. Not bad. And that's with almost 300 games played, too. That's not a small sample size. Averaging 61,000 damage, it's okay, not crazy as far as damage. But look at the potential. That's really high for a cruiser, I think. That's almost up there with my battleships for potential damage against me, average. But of course, my max damage, I have yet to break 200k with a Balti. Like, I feel like I've broken 200K. But my highest potential ever is 3 million damage potential against my Balti. Tell me I'm not the most aggressive Baltimore player on the planet. Tell me. It just doesn't happen. But yeah, love the Baltimore. Always have. The original king of the cruisers. Let's see.
I'm loving your streams.
Kieran, why does it say that you've been a sub for 30 months but 24 on your profile? So the reason is you got to a point where the jumps in between go up substantially. So it goes like initially you're counting the months, and then it like waits 12 months in between a thing. So once you get up to 36 months, it'll give you the 36-month badge. Then it'll be 48 months and so on. But yeah, YouTube does not like to count the individual months after the first 12. So hopefully that answers your question. Also, Apophis coming in, dropping 10 gifted on us as well. And Curve, thank you for the €6, my dude. God, you guys are crazy. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Apophis, as well. Maybe you already went over it, but win rate and KD. Okay, so my win rate is, we kind of were on that for a moment. I don't know what my KD is. I think it's like 2. But if we go over here, my win rate and standard is 63%. So it bounces back and forth between 63 and 64%, depending on how my night goes. So I'm like right on the border of 63, 64%. But that's almost 15,000 battles played in standard mode, with an average of 1,661 base and an average of 83,000 damage with a 2.03 KDR. And almost 18,000 ships killed in 14,000 or almost 15,000 battles. So not too bad there. And on the left, you can see my most played ship is the Iowa. Shocker. With a 62% win rate over 1,000 battles in the Iowa. Tell me the Iowa's bad. Tell me it is. Yamato is a close second in terms of overall like plays. But still, 66% win rate in the Yamato at legendary tier. That's pretty good. And that's almost 1,000 battles as well. Then, of course, Kansas coming in third with a 64% win rate. Montana. Like, does this not look like just like a week's videos for me? Like, you got Iowa, Yamato, Kansas, Montana. Like, what? That's my entire video. That's a week's worth of videos right there. But 64%. And then Shimakaze, 69%. Nice. You gotta love the Shima coming in with the 69% memes. Gotta love it. Hardest line I had to farm. I just went over that a second ago. It was no doubt about it. The Russian destroyer line. I hated that grind so much. That was pain, man. Which is why by the time that I actually ground it, I didn't really grind it. I would grind and then I would use global XP to pass it.
Who is your favorite CV player? Strike Knight, hee or the field lol. Love ya.
Love you too, Jess. Thank you for the $5 bomb. Who is my favorite CV player? Honestly, I can't think of his name right off the top of my head. I know you wanted me to say you, Jess, but I just can't because that would be bias, and I am not biased. No matter how much everybody always says I'm biased, I am not biased, Jess. But no, my favorite CV player is actually the best CV player in the world. And he's with Warfare at Sea, or was the last I checked. And I cannot for the life of me think of his name. I'm pretty sure it starts with a J. But we've only interacted a couple of times in games, and it's usually he's on my team, and it is hilarious to sit there and talk to him as he murders the entire lobby with a carrier. Like he's an overall good dude. So highly recommend him. But I can't think of his name right off the top of my head. I feel terrible. I'm sure somebody in the chat can tell me. Ernesto! Okay, you're fucking gone. Like, I love you too, but no fucking politics in the chat. Period. End of story. All right, this is your warning. Next time it would be goodbye. So, yeah, no politics in the chat. We don't do that here. All right, love you too, but no politics ever. That's the one thing that I just refuse to let in the chat. So just don't do it. J-With is a good CP player. I don't play with J-With a whole lot in ships. Like, I've played Rocket League with J-With, but I don't think I've ever played with J-With in the game in Legends. I could be wrong, but if I have, it's been a long, long time ago. Like I said, I give you the warning, the heads up right now, because some people don't know that, but that's just common sense. We don't do politics in chat.
I
It just
already
turns
got
into a mess.
hate mail from somebody just from being in your fleet. Smiley face.
Yep, Curve, that is one of the unfortunate side effects of being anything affiliated with me. I am a very polarizing person. I do that on purpose. So people are gonna either love or hate me. All right? And you guys joining the fleet are just gonna be part and party to that, right? So as much as I hate to hear that, at the same time, like, it is unfortunate that that's gonna be a thing. And again, like I said, there are reasons that I am the way I am. All right, it's not an accident. First of all, I'm just me, and second of all, I'm very vocal, and I'm a very bombastic personality. Is that the best word I could think of? Something like that. Anyway, I'm loud. I voice my opinions, and people don't like it because they disagree with you. And nowadays, people disagree with things that makes you evil. Now, I've been called the most toxic player in World of Warships Legends. I don't believe that. Yes, I am very grumpy when I'm in a competitive state, but other than that, like, that doesn't make me inherently toxic. I think toxic is something that is overused throughout the world and has lost its value in terms of most of the things. But that's just me. I could be wrong. Bosco, what up? Just one match, Spartan. Let's all go Iowa. You're ranked 10 in the fleet. Nice, Flo. Glad you made it in. I wish I could get more people in the fleet. I mean, this is our fleet, for the record. We got 45 of 45. That's the maximum. We can't get any new people in. I do try to keep up on the personnel just to see if people are active. If people go inactive for too long, I generally get rid of them. Like this one is actually, they've been offline for a month. So as much as I hate to do it, because they've clearly invested a lot of oil in the fleet, they've been in the fleet for a year. They've been gone for a month. So yeah, they're probably going to get pruned real soon. So that'll be one position
also,
opening
thank you
up.
for making me the only officer in the fleet. It is appreciated, and I will make you proud, Skipper. Favorite BB?
Appreciate you, Jess. Thank you for the $5, and welcome to the fleet as well as being an officer. What would you say? Favorite BB? I mean, you already know. I just went over that. That's obvious. The Iowa. Iowa's my favorite BB of all time. Always will be. That's not going to change. But yeah, it looks like we're going to have one person that gets pruned just because they've been gone for almost an entire month. I did have to, unfortunately, prune Opie recently because she's no longer playing the game. But I still talk to Opie all the time. It's just she's not able to play the game, so I had to open up the spot for other people to join. But if you look at the upgrades we've got. I mean, we're right there on the final upgrades for everything. So as soon as we get the oil to do so, I try to upgrade these to give everybody the best like bonuses we can. It just takes time. Am I gonna see the video you sent me today on your mail? I probably will at some point, but again, community replays will always take a back seat on my channel just due to the fact that I prefer to post my own gameplay first and foremost. I use community replays to fill gaps. So like if I do a community replay, it's because I didn't feel like recording or I was out of town or I'm on, I'm taking a couple of days off, something like that. That's when I look in and look at my community replays. And a lot of people send me community replays that A, don't make the cut, so I have to filter through all those. B, are of like special game modes like the Halloween event. I couldn't care less about any replays about Halloween stuff like that. It's not, it's not something that I'm interested in posting. And then of course you got the people that send me just random links and it's like, I'm not clicking a link that I don't know what it is. So if you don't include a subject, if you don't say, hey, this is a community replay submission and it's a YouTube link or a Google Drive or OneDrive link or something like that, then I'm not clicking the link for obvious reasons. Switch completely to PC. That's fair. Let me see. New played, feeling really defeated lately. Almost all BBs I have just don't do as much damage as when other people use them. Okay, so Ski Bro, that is a perfect point that a lot of people need to hear about. So thank you and welcome to the game. Welcome to the channel, Ski Bro. Appreciate you dropping in as a newer player. But one of the things that I always try to point newer players to, I have an entire series called the Path 2 series, where I go over the strengths and the weaknesses of all of the ships. And if you're a BB player, I've done all of the battleships except for I think the German cruisers. I don't think I've done those, as well as the new American battle carriers because they were added after I did the series. But I have an entire series of playlists. So if you want to check out like a specific battleship line, like the Germans, like the Americans, do a search on my channel for a playlist called Path to the Iowa, for instance. And this was before Tier 8s existed, so there was up to Tier 7. So Path to the Iowa, Path to the Bismarck, Path to the Vanguard, Path to the Amagi, those sorts of things. That'll bring up an entire playlist for you where I go over each tier one video at a time. So I got a video for the first tier, so Tier 3, Tier 4, Tier 5, Tier 6, all the way to Tier 7. And I go over the strengths, the weaknesses, and how I personally play them to give you a better heads up of the ships. But most of the time, if you're getting slapped harder than you're slapping other people, first of all, you're a newer player, so your commanders aren't leveled up yet. You may not even have a commander that fits the ship and makes the ship better currently, just because you're new. So you may have to wait until you can get one of the other commanders, which brings me to the next point. If there's a specific commander that's a base commander that you don't have and you need for a specific build, you can always come in here and check out the commanders section where you can purchase commanders, specific commanders, for your build. So like a lot of people bring up, I don't have William Sims. Well, here he is in the shop. It's 900,000 commander XP. So you will have to get enough commander XP to buy him, but that guarantees that you get a William Sims. Okay? Otherwise, you have to get enough commander crates by doing missions and stuff every single week in order to advance and get all of the commanders. But yeah, hopefully that helps. Yeah, no problem, Ski Bro. Like I said, welcome, and I wish you the best, man. It is a rough game for new people to start out in because the game's been around for almost 6 years now. And so you've got a lot of disadvantage starting nowadays because people know what they're doing. They know where to aim. They know what they're, you know what I mean, for the most part. So it's a learning curve for sure. But don't get discouraged because, trust me, it doesn't take very long to catch up to the average player in World of Warships Legends. And then once you do, then you're going to start absolutely crushing if you are actively trying to improve. What up, Nuts? How's it going? What we got? Spartacus got a question. Why don't I play Azure Lane, New Jersey Battleship? I do occasionally. I generally tend to play like when I look at my American battleships. Let's just do that real quick. There are 3 Iowa class battleships, right? We got the New Jersey, we've got the Iowa, we've got the Missouri. New Jersey doesn't inherently offer me anything over top of Iowa and Missouri. So generally speaking, I prefer to play Missouri or Iowa. Just because my history with the Iowa, and then of course Missouri has a radar, so it gets the nod over the New Jersey. So again, I bought it because I'm a collector, especially of American Iowa class battleships, and if Wisconsin ever shows up, you can be darn sure that I'll pick that one up too. But yeah, this camo isn't something that I'm really crazy over. Like, it's okay, but it's not something that I want to look at all the time. You know what I mean? It's the same thing for the Azure Lane Baltimore, right? Like, there's no reason for me to play the Azure Lane Baltimore. Yes, it's got some things that are better than the standard Baltimore, but that means I have to stare at this all the time, and that's hideous. I'm sorry. I would much rather look at this, for instance. You know? Just saying. I ain't saying, but I'm just saying. What up, Vokton? Torch is in the chat. What up? Let's see what else we got. What brawler battleship should I get? Leave the German BBs out of this, though. I know they're very good for brawling. The German battle cruisers are the best, in my opinion, because they give you torpedoes, they give you long-range sonar that lasts at the higher tiers. You get secondaries, plus, like, once you learn to angle the ships well and avoid getting absolutely crushed through the bow, they're very accurate as well. So I think that the German battle cruisers are probably the best brawlers. Atlantico, though, if you can pick that up, is an absurd brawler because of those secondaries.
Question on GXP ships. Which one should I get as my first? Only exception is Otago, as I'm not interested in her at all.
Global XP ships. What are the ships that are currently in the Global XP? Let's check that out. So if we go in here, is it in here? No. Well, I don't even know where to find this stuff anymore. That's how very rare it is for me to actually come in here. This is going to show that I don't like look in here at all. So this is just, yeah, these are not global, right? Well, there's your bureau projects. Isn't there a place that we can see? Oh wait, is it in the ships section? Is it in here? That would be a negative. Dude, I don't know where to even find them anymore. It just goes to show that I don't have to get in there very often. Where do you even find this stuff? Is it in special? No, that's the Halloween stuff that I don't care about. That's commanders, containers, forge. Is it supply? No, that would be like boosters and stuff, right? It's gotta be in here. Is it just under, like, each tier? Is, like, are they just in here? Oh, yeah, they are. They're just in here. Oh, they should have a fucking section of this thing just says, like, global XP ships. So that you have one area that's just devoted to global XP. So I can come in and easily see it. I mean, it depends on your playstyle. If you like battleships more, I always recommend Alabama, Massachusetts. Those two are fantastic. If you had to choose between them, they are very similar. Massachusetts gives you a little bit more diversity. You can build either into the accuracy or build into a brawler. So if you had to choose between the two, I would go Massachusetts for that. I mean, I don't even know. Like the Hyde is in here. Udachi, Yahagi. There's mostly destroyers here. The key, don't get the key. Azuma, I always say that I love Azuma. Just gotta watch out for anything 16 inches and above because it overmatches your entire ship. Azuma's a fun ship though, once you learn how to play.
Ruined the game for me. I quit a year because of it. Now I am back watching Spartan Elite 43 like I used to.
Yo, oh gosh. Holtbear Volmilch. Volmilk? I apologize for not knowing your name, my brother. But, welcome back to the game. Dude, it's okay to take breaks, man. Everybody deserves to take breaks from time to time. Like, I don't know why everybody gets so, like, caught up in the fact that they take a break. Take a break, man. Like, I do this for a living. I don't have a choice. If I don't make World of Warships Legends content regularly, I don't get paid. So I have to keep going. But y'all don't have to. You guys take breaks. Play some other stuff, man. There isn't a single global XP ship for the British Navy? But that's a tragedy. Somebody needs to get Wargaming to look into that. What about the Germans? They've got the Odin. Odin, Tirpitz. Odin's a fun little battleship. I've talked about it. I like the Odin a lot. Graf Zeppelin? Oh, it's not a global XP. What was this one? The Elbing. The Elbing is a freaking global XP? I didn't know that. I need to save up some global XP now. I've always wanted to play the Elbing, but I didn't want to pay for it. But it's global XP. I can get that for free. Alright, well, now I know what I'm going to be saving up for. Just because I think it'd be fun to play it. I've never actually played it. Flounder? Okay, the Flounder is. I was going to say, why isn't it? It is a global XP ship. Republique is freaking phenomenal. I didn't know that this was a global XP ship either. Global XP, Republique is insane. Champagne, glass cannon, sniper battleship. Fun, but can be frustrating. if you don't get the right conditions for that thing to really shine. Gascon is one that I've actually been looking at potentially picking up just because I haven't played it in so long. I want to see if me getting better as a player has made that my ideas change on that. Dude, every country except for the UK seems to have a global XP ship. That is sadness. Also, Peter Bag. I've been being asked about the Peter Bag lately, and I have not ever picked this one up. So I might end up picking that up. I've got a couple of global XP ships I'm going to have to look into. Krasny Krim, don't worry about it. I didn't realize the Kutuzov was a global XP ship, but there you go. Okay, Italy. Even Italy has freaking global XP. The Yellow Emilio, don't worry about the Roma, good God. You don't need that. That's hot. Hot Gorbish. Yellow Emilio's fun. Even the Pan-Asians and if the Pan-Europeans also have a global XP ship, and the only nation that doesn't have one is one of the most prolific navies of all time throughout history, there's a problem. They need to rectify that. Somebody get a hold of Wargaming, tell them they need to rectify the UK global XP stuff. There needs to be a global XP ship for the UK. Seriously. Lo Yang's insane. Pan-Euro. Yeah, Friesland. Right there, same thing. Yeah, Friesland's a lot of fun too. It's no torpedoes, but this thing's a lot of fun as a gunboat. But yeah, so I mean, if I had to choose out of all of those things, I mean, if you don't have the Republique, it's probably the best option in the global XP market. It is expensive. It's like double the price of a regular global XP ship, but it's worth it. It is insane. But the one caveat, let me go look at my my Republique real quick so I can show you guys. One of the things that I don't do with the Republique that I do with everything else, and people are probably crucifying me for saying that way, but I say it that way because I was told to say it that way by a French-speaking Canadian. But anyway, if we go here, shouldn't be on the American, right? No. If we go here and look at our Republique. Where are you at? There you are. I run Robert Gisard on this, and I do not run Megalomania. I know it's got it right there because I was playing the Jean Bart the other day, but I do not run Megalomania because this thing needs the extra accuracy, and it rewards you for going for that extra accuracy. Yes, you lose some of your reload, but trust me, the way that you punish broadsides with this ship is absurd.
Smiley face. Is he still active? Haha.
Where's British Ninja? I have no idea, dude. I haven't seen that name in a while. Haven't seen that name in a while. Used to be a prolific stream sniper back in the day, but other than that, I haven't seen him in a long time. Why don't I play the Rook as often? Because I don't need to. I have the higher tiers. See, that's the thing. A lot of people ask me, like, why I don't play certain ships. It's like, dude, I have the next tier. Or I have the best of the line, so I'll prefer to play that over going back to, like, tier 6, for instance. I don't like to drop below tier 7 very often. I'll do it on live streams and stuff, but that's about it. Generally, if I'm playing at tier 7 to legendary tier. These 3 tiers right here. Now, I'll start out at tier 5 and play up for streams or whatever, but that's about it. Have I seen the new campaign Battleship? I have not? Question mark? Or are you talking about the one that's currently... Or are you talking about the Navarin? Like, that's the current campaign, right? Like, I know, I'm so freaking behind. I'm making myself look like a dum-dum. Why is... Oh, enter the campaign. Yeah, so Navarin is the current one. I haven't done a new video on it, but I did do a video before it was released. Honestly, it's pretty meh. It was okay when it had the super heal, and then they took the super heal away because it was clearly too strong. This ship just gets wrecked if you try to brawl with it. It is... I explain it as, like, everybody calls it a brawling battleship. It's not. It's not a brawling battleship at all. It's a Russian battleship with secondaries. And if you think of it like that, then you'll understand why I say it's not a brawling battleship. It's too squishy for its own good. If you overangle even slightly, the flat armor makes you get yeeted. But yeah. All right, well, I apologize for this being such a short stream, But again, I wasn't planning on it being so short, but my friend Dare called and she wants to have a night together where we go out and have some fun at a Halloween party. So thank you guys so much. Dr. House, thank you for 10 months, my dude. And Ghost Knight, thank you for 3 months. I hope I was able to answer some of your guys' questions. We will have to try to do this again. I probably am going to end up streaming either tomorrow or Monday, so keep an eye out for that where we actually play the game. Don't forget, we also have the month of November will be No Rage November, so if you guys haven't participated in that, that's always a good time where you guys get to sit there and wonder when the moment's going to happen where I absolutely lose my on live stream. I've never failed a No Rage November, and I don't plan to start this year. But it's always the possibility, right? All you need is the right person at the wrong time to just completely lose it. But is Alabama good? Alabama's fantastic. If you ever ask that, just look up my video that I did recently where I said Alabama versus Massachusetts, or I go over the strengths, weaknesses of both of those ships, why I prefer the Massachusetts over the Alabama, despite the Alabama being one of the best sniping battleships out there. But yeah, thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate you guys, and if you like what I'm doing, punch a like button, leave a comment below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.